Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Tuesday, the 11th of March, 2025. So we're starting this morning with the synoptic, as per usual. This is midnight last night. We have a low pressure just off the western coast of Portugal and Spain, and a low pressure or a couple of low pressures up near Iceland, and that's kind of giving us a bit of a northerly flow at the moment. There's a cold front coming down the country overnight. If we run that through to lunchtime today, we can see that's just south of Lasham and out into the English Channel. We'll take that a little bit further through midnight tonight and into lunchtime tomorrow. There's a series of occlusions there going to be affecting the weather tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see what that brings in terms of flyable weather. Looking at the SatPic, you can see this cold front feature here, and that's very slowly moving down the country. It's not far from Lasham at the moment, and it should be through by lunchtime. So we'll just keep an eye on that coming through. Any rain that's on the rain radar at the moment has pretty much passed through the area. There is still a few showers towards the eastern side of the country. And if we look at the forecast rain, we can see that there's very little coming our way. Just a few showers through East Anglia as the day goes on. If we do see a shower, I think we'll be quite unlucky. Yeah, so it should be flyable all day. Odium, their TAF is forecasting 0 to 0 degrees, 12 knots, greater than 10k visibility, scattered at 3,000 feet, with a 30% chance that up until about now, scattered at 1,000 feet, with then a 40% chance that between now and 12 o'clock, scattered at 2,000 feet. Farnborough, slightly different. They're forecasting 0 to 309 knots, greater than 10k visibility with few clouds at 2,000 feet. The 1,000-foot wind to the north of us, 01050 knots, and to the south of us, 05020 knots. And wind air showing a northeasterly flow across Lasham all day long. This is 9 o'clock in the morning. We can take that through till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Still the same direction and still a very similar wind strength as well. And the local forecast from the Met Office for this area, again, they're showing us 11-10 knots throughout the day, northeasterly. Temperatures today, it's going to feel a lot colder on the airfield. This cold front coming through is going to bring temperatures down about 6-7 degrees, maybe 8 at the very best. There will be a little bit of sunshine getting through, but there's going to be cumulus and sort of layer cloud up there. There's my mouse gone. There we go. So GFS are forecasting about 7-8 centigrade as well, with a dew point down close to 0. Currently at Lasham, we've got around about 5 degrees centigrade with dew point down at 1. And a quick look at the camera. This was about half an hour ago. We'll just refresh that. You can see the cumulus is starting to build up. It's still quite low. There is a reasonable breeze blowing from the northeast. And we have a look at SkySight. They're quite optimistic on thermal activity today. They're suggesting that it's already thermic, which looking at the cumulus, it may well be. And the height of that cumulus is going to be around about 1,500 feet to start with, and then going up through throughout the day, maybe getting up to about 3,000 feet above sight in the best part of the day, with just over 2-knot thermals. So it looks quite promising. Top meteo, if we run that through hour on hour from 9 o'clock, there is a hint that there's thermal activity there. By 10 o'clock, it's kind of confirmed that there's thermal activity. There's 1 or 2 towering cumulus in there. And if we run it throughout the day, yeah, up to about 3,000 feet, maybe 3.5 at the best. And then it's going to be a very rapid cut-off from about 4 o'clock onwards, and by 5 o'clock, totally gone. So no times today then. I'm just going to do the local ones. 21 is Oak Hanger. That's a rat for the exclusion of unmanned aerial systems. 24 to the east of that is Rushmore. They're flare firing. 27 out to the west is Westbury. There's paragliders out there today. 28 is Ash Ranges. It's Delta 132 is active. And 29 to the northwest is at Welford. There's a rat there as well for the exclusion of unmanned aerial systems. So let's take a quick look then at the airfield briefing, and we'll start with the usual Odium cross-section. Throughout the day, we've got towering cumulus. It may give us one or two showers if we're really unlucky. But I think the best part of the day is going to be the cumulus and the thermals that have been forecast. The winds 030, 12, gusting 22. Going around to 020, 12 gusting 22 throughout the day. It's an indication that we need to look after canopies today, and the ground handling is an issue with the gusts that are going to be coming through. Apart from that, it's going to be quite a nice day out there. It's going to feel quite cold, though, so make sure you wrap up well and keep warm. So glider bookings, there's two K21s booked for instructional flying, one K21 on the casual list. There's a K13 for trial lessons. I'm going to be using a K13 initially, probably the trial lesson one, for a bit of instructor acceptance checks. So I'm going to be doing an assessment competence there. There's single-seater availability on all the single-seaters, I believe, and there's nobody on the casual list as yet. And of course, the simulator is available as per usual. There's no movements to worry about today. So the general situation is there's a low pressure west of Spain and Portugal and high pressure south of Iceland. There's increasing cloud with cumulus. It's northeasterly winds. There's a chance of showers. We're on runway 09, cables on the boom to the north, area towing on the south side. Okay, I'll just repeat that. There's cables on the north and area towing on the south side today. The grass is soft to firm. Please avoid using the wheel brake unless it's absolutely necessary. And of course, please do not land or taxi on the disused runways shown in red here. So the airfield set up, launch point vehicle in usual place, area towing on the south side, winching on the north side, cables on the north, and landing on the grass. That's it from me today. Have a great day's flying. Have lots of fun. Please keep it safe, and I shall see you out there shortly.